One man, 10 children, no tactics, no supports, just raw mentality. When the game's dead and the team's hiding, only he steps up, not for the fame or the praise, but because if he doesn't, nobody else will. When one player decides to lock in and carry the entire team on their back, that's a carry job. Easily the rarest archetype of a footballer you can ever find, the one-man army. Not everybody has this trait. Only the creamiest cream of the crop have this alien-like ability to put the entire squad on their back and drag them to victory. It's individual brilliance at its peak. Now in today's video, we're going to talk about some of the greatest individual carry jobs where only one player had to single-handedly drag their team by the balls with barely any support and of pure adrenaline and hunger. Without further ado, let's go! Now to kick it off, we have to talk about a man that is currently carrying one of the most sorriest versions of United that we've seen in a minute. Bruno, Miguel, Borges, Fernandes. Ooh-wee! This brother right here is in his own tier. Bro, I swear if I have to listen to another Arsenal fan talking about some other got better. Huh? Like what more is it going to take for this man to actually get the respect that he rightfully deserves? When things get rough for United, which has basically been every single game this season, you think fans are looking at Højlund and Garnacho to get them their 3 points? Hell no! They are looking at their captain, because if he doesn't perform well, then they are going to lose. Like if you've noticed, United only play well when Bruno is playing well. I've literally never seen this team play well with Bruno playing bad at the same time. On the 6th of March this year, when United drew 1-1 with Real Sociedad, everybody knew that on the 13th, for leg 2, it was about to go down. United needed a strong performance to progress to the next stage. Now let me tell you, what separates good players from superstars. It's what they do when everything's on the line. The cameras were on, the stadium was packed. Pundits and critics were damn near itching at the thought of clowning United for the 50 millionth time this season. They were at the threat of elimination and embarrassment. But Bruno, he wasn't fazed. That night, he decided to enter the zone and gave us one of the best performances we've seen from a United player in a minute. 2 stone-cold penalties and a late-minute hammer to win the game. Too easy. The only way I'll ever admit that geezer Odegaard is better is if he can somehow reproduce Bruno's stats, longevity and consistency while consistently playing with a senior citizen who's as agile as a block of concrete, a low IQ winger who plays football like it's a punishment, a piece of cardboard, and a keeper who's on payroll for the opponents. Wales, Golf, Madrid, in that order. I guarantee you, 70% of you man that are watching the video right now don't have a single clue of what I just said. Wales, Golf, Madrid, in that order. Euros 2016 Gareth Bale. Ooh-wee. This is easily the most underrated carry job of all time. Like if you know about this version of Gareth Bale, then I immediately know that you have serious ball knowledge. Wales, Golf, Madrid, in that order. Now to add some context, Wales hadn't been in a major international tournament for 58 years. Yes, 58 years. For 58 years, countless Welsh players tried to break the curse. Gary Speed failed, Robbie Savage failed, Craig Bellamy failed, and the greatest player Wales had ever produced at that time, Ryan Giggs, also failed. Until Gareth Bale showed up and just casually dragged the sorrier team into the Euros for the first time in the 21st century, where he scored 7 goals and provided 2 assists in the qualifiers. The entire team scored 11 goals in the qualifiers, and Bale was responsible for 9 of them. Wow. The fact that Wales got into the Euros after such a long time was more than enough. Everyone thought they were going to have an early exit, But Gareth had different plans. First game of the tournament, this brother smashes a thunderous free kick from 30 yards out. Then next game against England, he does it again. Another long range free kick for the second time in the second game. And then to seal off the group stages, he scores again. His third goal on his third game. Wales progress to the round of 16 thanks to him. And in the fourth match of a very tight battle against Northern Ireland, onto the quarterfinals was where Bale's GA streak finally ended. But don't get it twisted, Bale doesn't need stats to have a good game. He was still punishing Belgium's fullbacks and creating space for the teammates to exploit. The game ended 3-1 with Wales moving on to the semi-finals. They had just beaten one of the favourites to win the entire tournament. Wales, on their first try back into the big leagues, could actually win the Euros. It's actually so close. It's right there. All they have to do is just... Now we cannot talk about Carryjobs without talking about easily the greatest carry job since 2019. 23-24 Palmer, my magician, my maestro, my star boy. Without Palmer, this club would have been fighting straight relegation. Guardiola, man, thank you so much for having the intelligence of a street rat, because any human being with at least one functioning eye and minimum 4 brain cells would have been able to see that this is the greatest talent that City has ever produced. Real ones remember when the Prem glitched and Chelsea was stuck at 10th for like 15 weeks straight, bruh. We beat Tottenham 4-1 in the London Derby, still 10th. Beat Brighton 3-2, still 10th. Beat Newcastle 3-2, still 10th. Lost to West Ham 3-1, still 10th. Lost to Newcastle 4-1, we were still 10th, bruh. This was consistency in the most haram way possible. Like, what do you mean whether we lose, draw or win, we'd still be 10th, bruh? Let's run it back. Let's rewind. January 2024, where we were stuck in 10th. Mid-table mediocrity at its peak. The fact that Chelsea were even 10th was because of Palmer. Without him, we would have been 17th.
Talking about, and then Vaughn gave me a lot of passes. You know what I'm talking about? Like, he gave me a lot of passes through that motherfucker. He could have killed me a couple times.
But he was the best. Something was wrong with him. That's not human, man. You're not regular, man. Nigga was the devil, man. That nigga was the devil, man.
Bro, Cub was a fucking... Bro, he was dead, bro. If he wanted you out of there, he'll go do it himself on feet by himself.
He was a serial killer who bragged about killing people.
Hey, look, some people need to be gone, bro. You know what I'm talking about, in order for shit to get better. And he one of them.
But I was happy as hell when I found out Vaughn was dead. Nigga, I cooked for the whole day.
Cause he was over there torturing them guys, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, man.
There is not a single version of any player that is better than 2019 Messi. Barca was supposed to be cruising. I mean, Ronaldo, the only man who could compete with Messi, just left Spain. Things were supposed to be easy, but behind the surface, there were cracks. Iniesta was gone. Suarez was slowing. Coutinho asleep. Dembele garbage. The midfield dead, slow and rigid. The defense leaking. The tactics weak. But through it all, Lionel Messi rose above it. He did not fold. This version of Messi was a monster. He was starving and itching for chaos. That 18-19 season wasn't just a masterclass in goal scoring. It was a total takeover of every phase of the game. He wasn't just a forward. He was the system, the architect, the executioner, and the backup plan, all at the same time. There were so many times in that season where he would drop so deep into the defense and carry the ball out all by himself because the brothers' teammates were as effective as training cones on a Sunday. Whenever Messi wasn't on the ball, it felt like the team hit pause, waiting for him to teleport in and fix things. Like, bro, are we not a team? Funny part is he actually did. He'd drop deep 40 yards and take control of the game, gliding past defenders and splitting defenses open with his passing and vision. There were so many games that season where Messi was the deciding factor in Barca's victory. Against Sevilla, hat-trick and assist. Against Betis, hat-trick. Against United in the Champions League, a brace. Against Levante, he scored the winner. That season across 50 matches, he scored 51 goals and grabbed 19 assists. And people still complained when he won the Ballon d'Or. Like, yes, I won't lie, it would have been nice to see Van Dijk, a defender, win it for once. But unfortunately, Messi decided to just casually drop one of the greatest seasons ever seen in football history. Behind the big numbers was a player who led La Liga in key passes, chances created and dribbles completed. In set pieces, he was untouchable. Free kicks became penalties whenever this brother stood over them. That's not normal. Never has a single player almost carried a team all by themselves to a treble. He got so close to doing it. He was like right there. Like just right there. Like no. He was like he was right. He was just, it was right there. Almost, just almost. La Liga, he managed to win it. He did it. The Copa del Rey, man. He brought the squad to the final. And they let him down. They really let him down, bruh. And then the worst one of them all. Dembele, how could you, man? How dark. Dembele, man, how could you? Unforgivable.